Game number 3 incoming on Marsh, that's DoD's home map. You can see the teams Spoeft, Isis, Killboy, Loki, and Fox, who has switched in as another Isis, and against them Aurelian, Oranos, Nyan, Oranos, and Kyridaira. So, double Eggy against all those slots. So, the first player to have a look at is Nyan Racing Cat at the bottom, who is right now at teal. Sees nice picks right next to the herd, and oh, this seems to be a sweet one with 3 hippos right there for him. That's a pretty good starting spot right there. Next one to look at is, for example, purple, who is the Ram, the only Eggy from Lats. Also standard spot with the hunt, scouting with the piggies, as experts do, and here also the bag hunt and bag gold. That's definitely something that the Ra wanted to find. So once that is done, let's move to the next one, the last one of the lots, which is Aurelian. Or rather, who is Aurelian? And, well, he hasn't discovered the hippos yet, but they will be somewhere soon, the darkness here. But he sees 2 relics. First one is better LOS and range for archers and so on and so forth. That's pretty nice. And food trickle, oh well, that's much better right there. You can see Killboy signaling that teal is right in his base, so let's have a look at there. Killboy's base, he's not gathering from his early herd, so he's discovered something much better. So that's a half herd of a deer together with the cranes and 4 water buffaloes. So he won't have to move from here for quite some time. Also some first relics on this left side of the map, better human soldier pierce armor, pretty sweet, and better chair ballista, hypaspis, and so on. Alright, some good relics so far. Next DoD, that's Poet, first Isis playing as pocket, so he will probably be going for some interesting stuff. And he also sees water buffaloes right next to herd of deer and next to another one, so he won't be moving a whole lot as well. Gold at the back, front gold, so he seems to be having a pretty good spot. Those water buffaloes are pretty close as well, so he will be pretty much safe. And just look at this amount of pigs right there. The last one to look at is Fox. Pretty sweet one also. Hippos, a bit of deer and water buffaloes. At the same time, he is getting at the front, that's his base herd. And right now we can have a look at another relic. Much stronger villager hit points. If actually some Eti brings this home, they will be kinda almost indestructible from the raids. Next one. Cheaper myth units. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. That could be actually pretty useful to Loki later on. And let's look at TCs. This seems to be the third of green. Yeah, this is more or less a third of green. And this is a third of Fox. They are kinda evenish, but a huge battle will be about this TC, I think, between yellow and green. So this will be very important to take. And this is more or less in the middle of the map, so it's not as important. This will be better. And this is third from Killboy, which is kinda safe, because you can see there's a lot of water right to the edge of the screen and all the way here. So the TC is cut off from teal, which means it's pretty much safe for red for the taking. If, of course, if teal doesn't use ships, then it wouldn't be safe at all. And this would go for this one as well. It wouldn't be safe at all as well. This part of the map is kinda easily wallable for lots. They have to put here, here, and here, and it will be pretty much safe. Even the open on the right side, which this is not nicely wallable, but anyway. I think the map is kinda even and not something anyone should be thinking about as a disadvantage. Aurelian is going for 2 TC boom with his Oranos, so that's kinda interesting strategy, so he won't be advancing anytime soon. But how about his teammates? Kyridaira as Ra, he won't be. He will probably be going for 2 TC Ra boom, whereas 9 Racing Cat is already 70% through Prometheus, which means like 430 advance. That's pretty sweet. And we can see some first walls from Killer Boy. Well, that's... Ah yeah, it is needed, because it protects him from possible raids that will go to the back of his base. And there will be only one way to go into his home, and that will be right through the tower and this choke point. That's a pretty nice play right there. Green pigs and one oracle. I was thinking if maybe extra oracles weren't there for making heroes, but not yet. But yeah, Oranen is having a very good look around Fox's base to see what's coming up. But from Fox, I think we can expect a standard strat, which will be Priest Siege spam. 60% already through to bust. Okay. Killer Boy advanced into classical, and yeah, Spoeft is playing similarly to Fox. Kinda curious if one of them will be going to TC Boom and one of them faster heroic, or both will go for the faster heroic right off the bat. 90% to Ptach. Green just now clicking in, so he will be slow, but he will be having the 2 TC Boom advantage, so he's kinda hoping to have a good army ready when one of these guys advances. Armory coming up for Spoeft. And Teal is already scouting in here. When Spoeft is already pretty much safely walled here. But what is he carrying home? What is it? Huh? Infantry training time. Faster infantry, that's actually pretty useful for Eggy. Eggy's military units from barracks are already pretty fast to build. And right now with that, that will be even faster. So that will be a pretty sweet, fast emergency response to possible raids and attacks. You can see that Red has having very nice success against Teal's raids, and Teal will have to change scenario to some of the other opponents, but that's not really something he wanted, because those two are Eggies and 3 towers, so not much luck there. Other stuff going on. Kirurai taking second TC, yep, expected from Ra. And armor coming up, so yep, 2 TC, faster heroic. Whereas Teal is just massing some army and preparing for some head-on clash with Red, but Red is going for a raid of his own, since Teal is not really taking the initiative he was hoping for. Where is he going? Is he catching the Teal? Yeah, I was for a moment thinking that he might go attack Green, but he's not really. And he's right now trying to protect his teammates, who are being harassed a bit. Huh? Armory for blue as well, and yeah, NFT. So that's double fast heroic from those guys. And this will all depend if Green, or sorry, that's not Green, that's Red. If Red can defend their forward migdolls, PG probably should, because Kilura is out of the picture. 9 is not doing a whole lot. Is being contained by Red pretty nicely. And at the same time, Green is just now starting with some armies, so yeah, we can see that Yellow is already 90% there. He already has an army of priests, so he'll be pretty safe to put Migdol like at this spot. This would be pretty nice. This would be pretty nice, covering the TC and the gold at the same time. And well, this army is definitely not going to stop that. Yep, this is the Migdol. Just trying to secure. He's maybe building it here because he wants to make sure that he is covering the water a bit as well, as he believes the gold will be safe from building the TC more or less. Ah, red guys with relics, raiding some green release. What are the relics they are taking? And better villager hit points is 1, and the second one food trickle. So that's some sweet spot right there. And they might have a good success. Yeah, Green is forced to retreat all with everything he has, and the Lion sees that he's not really putting any pressure whatsoever on his opponents, and he's taking second TC and will probably try to boom a bit harder, because right now it's double fast heroic ISIS, and you can see that Spoeft is not building his Migdol, but he opts for a TC, so right now at 2. So he will probably as a pocket boom and maybe go for a faster mythic. That wouldn't be the worst kind of action. And Yellow already is spamming elephants, so that's not a classical priest siege spam. And it's priest siege spam with a bit of meaty twist. And that will be definitely a very hard army to deal with for Aurelian. Even though Nyan Racicate is decidedly seen, that battle will be soon in. But once yellow, come on, I'm getting bad with the colors. Red joins in the battle. I'm not really thinking that green will be in a good position here. Okay, so yellow advancing in, while teal is trying to raid. Not exactly sure what he wants to find. Maybe those wheelies, but they are close to the tower. Is green advancing? Maybe. Oh, yeah. He's amassed pretty sweet army, but pretty sweet. I'm not exactly sure. It's a lot of turmas, and yep, that was to be expected. That was to be expected. Maybe you can see that green was a bit lucky that he was able to get the Valor here to get extra heroes against this ancestors, but still this push is really strong. Teal is nowhere to help, and on the minimap you can see he wants to help, but red is right there on top of him. So yeah, this is a pretty tough spot for green. And at the same time, Spoeft is taking 30C and booming without any pressure whatsoever. Finally, Purple is making an appearance with some chariots. It's probably the best unit right now he can muster, but against Elise and Siege Towers is not exactly the greatest army of all. And you can see a bit of Raiden from blue. Yeah, he's booming, but at the same time Raiden with his mythical units for basically free. And they are having a go at Pharaoh. And right now second ancestors coming in, making life difficult for the green, and this should be a TC down. Once these siege towers actually can take care of this building and concentrate on the TC. Some pretty sweet micro here with the green release on the siege towers. That's pretty nice. He always hides them into the town center so that they don't draw fire. And well, all siege towers are gone. And it's not like more are coming, it seems. Yeah, none are coming. And so this will be a very close battle for the TC, but those elephants still have plenty of life. So they might do the job, and it seems they will. Even though these green guys are trying to repair the TC, it is still down, and Aurelian is back to 1. But a huge army from teal is coming at the back of yellow, and this means that all 3 guys at one spot, it should be a pretty sweet time for anyone from dots to attack on the left side. But you can see that red is converging on right as well, and I saw a bit of blue here as well. So yep, but these are going for Raiden, because the front line is being handled quite nicely by just 2 guys, and they don't need the extra help. This is pretty important because Kiliudai was trying to build a Migdol to help his green teammate, and he was trying to secure the gold, which he is unsuccessful in, and well, it forces his village to retreat to green's base. Right now, green together with purple have enough army to repel the enemies, especially when teal is there as well. But still, this was pretty good catch. But right now, it might come up. In the meantime, Fox has built second TC. There's the front from green. And blue is definitely thinking about securing this front TC as well. So that means that lots are right now 1 TC less. Heroics from Killer Boys, Spoeft, Kiliudai, and Fox. I'm kinda curious if Spoeft isn't advancing into Mythic already, since he literally had to do nothing the whole game right now. Okay, this is some Raiden here. That was... They are spread because of the shockwave just being cast, and Dot Killer Boys right now into Mythic. Well, they are taking this very fast, Dots. 30 minutes and he's into Mythic. And, well... No surprise there, really, because he didn't have to put up a whole lot of army. Okay, Nido cast, and he should be killing all this deal nonsense that is spawning at this spot. Here, though, Kiryudai is definitely joining the right side and is trying to build a base here. Not exactly sure he will be successful. Some nice attempted locusts. That doesn't seem to be all that successful, but still it cost at least some wheelies to Killer Boy, who is, though. Oh wow, they are returning right into the locusts. No, 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 no! Don't go there! Oh well, okay. He can afford it. He's still in front TC from from Teal, so just as I said it, not anymore. But this will cost Purple a whole lot of chariots because the dragon is pretty strong. And yep, he's wrecking it. And it seems like Killer Boy is very good. Killer Boy needs gold because he lost all gold wheelies right now. And he will be at 40 Cs because he's taking his front third as well. Oh. He quit right before it finished. Maybe if he continued building, he could have built it. But right now he will lose it, and you can see that Nyan will be aiming to actually make his presence count here through the palace. But Fire Giant coming in, and that might spoil the fun of Teal together with the dragon. At the same time, on the right, you can see that Spoev has taken 4th TC, and he will be a pretty bad beast, spamming Migros all around. He's boomed without no pressure, and this will be very, very hard. Yep. No golds. And right now the double Aegis are teaming up on the Ra and Oranos from Lutz. And it doesn't seem like a battle Lutz should really win because of the sheer numbers here, but still Spoev has to be careful not to lose units needlessly. And is he maybe having good upgrades? Yep, at least some. And how about yellow? Yeah, especially against the Turmas. It means the Turmas deal like 0 damage altogether. Purple is switching sides from left to right. Because the double is pretty hard here. And if it went for a bit longer, it would have been very nice. And some black mercenaries are coming in, helping with the battle. And well, since they are long-lived for to begin with. Well, one of those mercenaries are down. It might be coming back into DoD's favor, but so far it seems like Lutz are doing a pretty decent job, and Green is hungry for those gold wheelies, I think. Will he stop there, or is he going somewhere else? He seems to be not interested in those gold wheelies, so going for some raiding. At the same time, at the bottom, what's happening here? Clearboy's TC steal wasn't successful, we saw that. But Nyan Racing Cat, he's trying very nicely here. But those priests are bad, and that means that Nidhogg has to be extra careful not to be caught by them, because that wouldn't be really nice. Aurelian Nyan to Mythic. Okay. So where are the Eggies? I would expect Mythic from them just about now. And nothing yet from these guys. And Tartarian Gate at the back. At the back of yellow TC. This may be an attempt to kill some trade route, but trade route is not going through here. But still, it's kinda worrisome, but not with all those wheelies that yellow can spare and the mercenaries. Yellow is not advancing to Mythic as well, or rather neither. And this means that Kiryudai, as a boom try, is doing a pretty decent job right now. Pretty decent job, he has nice upgrades, so that's why he is really being able to punish his Eggy enemies. And well, Titans will be coming into the game pretty soon, it seems. Yep, Titan can cast for green. And do we have some interesting god powers? No, not really. Shifting Sense are only for Kiryudai, but not really all that important. We see flaming weapons here, because Killer Boy is being attacked hard. Actually, the situation turned from kinda nice to not so nice for Killer Boy, but those flaming weapons are something that should help him keep Teal at the bay very easily. Sweet upgrades, and how's it looking for red? He could definitely use some better ones. And once he does... He does. Anyway, this TC is... well... more or less secure, especially due to the building spam here. Those two palaces are sweet, so Killer Boy will need some extra hill force of his own to build some ballistas. Killurai is through Osiris right now, so that's more or less goodbye Dragon, I think. And at the right, Dots are trying to push through. They have a DC advantage, so they should be getting through. But so far they're not having all that great success, because Killurai is having a pretty good game together with Aurelian, able to hold his enemies at the spot more or less. And mercenaries are definitely helping here, but once Yellow has enough gold to put in mercenaries of his own, it could turn the battle around. He's very close, so that could be a nice play. And Purple is employing building spam from the right, but unfortunately for him, Red was right there, and we have Spoeft as the first Eggy of the dot side going through Toth. So will they be going for the meters on the Titan Gate? Everybody in Mythic but Fox right now. Are they trying to go there? Yeah, Blue Mercenaries are definitely trying to get here the Titan Gate, but they are having no success at all. What's that signal? Oh, that was some stray siege tower. And yeah, Mercenaries are not lucky enough to get there, so that means Titan is up. And that will be an interesting time in the game. Even though it could backfire on Lats, because Aurelian is at just 2 DCs and Titan is 20 pop, so that means he will be basically at 1. And if he doesn't do anything useful with it, it could really backfire on them, because he will be very low on units right now. And due to Mercenaries from both of these Eggies, because this blue DC is also very close, be quite nasty for them. Coming back to the left side to have a look how Nyan is doing against Killer Boy. Yeah, so they decide to use the meteors to actually take down the DC. That's pretty good idea, because Nyan is right now having a decent battle and Fanatics are cropping in. Oh, fully upgraded, very sweet play. Very sweet play. And same cannot be said about Red, who has just basic line. And you can see that there is a water battle brewing on. And 996 is losing, which means that soon Killer Boy will be in control of this TC, and it won't be staying up for deal. Right now the meters were pretty sweet. If it wasn't for all those extra fanatics, but still the DC is very low health. The repair will take some time, and with a bit of luck, the Red could kill it before it does some damage. Fox has lost first TC to the Titan, so Aurelian is making his Titan count in the best way possible. That's destroying TCs and putting his opponents at a disadvantage, but you can see all those mercenaries from both Eggies streaming in and making life all the more difficult for the green big guy. Blue, decent upgrades. Purple as well, and I was looking for yellow. Son of Osiris from Fox joining the battle. Yeah, Fox is having kinda the worst upgrades right now. He could definitely use some better ones. And they could definitely use a lot of priests to kill this Titan. But so far, Dots are very good at bottlenecking the Titan, not allowing him to get anywhere near the next his next target, which is pretty sweet play, because it means they dish a whole lot of damage to him. He's right now at 3/4 of life. Yeah. Water on the left from 9 was kinda lost, but he's looking at them in a building on the dock. But on the right, Aurelian is doing his job. And this means, if the water is lost there for Fox, that this DC will be on Aurelian's power, and he might just make a very nice comeback for his team. Some other battle going on. Well, not much going on here. On the left, it's a bit of Elise and mercenary spam. And on the more left, that's a battle between ships. Finally some ballistas to take care of the TC, and still not enough upgrades it seems. But anyway, Killer Boy is making progress very nicely. And this TC should be coming down when you look at those 4 ballistas. Yeah, it won't be staying up for too long. And that might be a critical moment for 9, because he will be very low pop. 1 and 1. Huh? Yeah. So now it is down. And tough times for 9 Racing Cat. So this is the window of opportunity for Killer Boy to make his presence count here. And delete this forward base and take the TC for himself. At the same time, in the middle, there's a huge mercenary battle and a bit of Elise from blue. And on the right, well, Fox has lost the TC. And he lost another one to the Titan, who is still making his life very difficult. Well, right now Fox is not in a sweet spot. And yeah, blue is really having trouble with the colors now. Green is securing the TC. Firstly, he wants to build a palace, but he didn't choose a very nice spot. He's being fired by the tower, and once he takes this TC, and the game will be suddenly absolutely even. Fanatics, though, are a pretty good unit, especially against the infantry guys. And even though the 9 is at 2 TCs against 3, he's definitely making progress here. And that's something Killer Boy didn't want to see, and he's having all kinds of trouble actually killing his guy here. Dot Fox has rebuilt his home settlement, while Teal is continuing to push in. And once he gets at those civilians again, and maybe dishes some extra damage, Killer Boy might be asking for extra gold again. Right now this is pretty interesting that Spoeft is not able to do any headlong progress, because he's at 4 TCs, that's the most of any player, and he's being stalled by Kiludai basically on his own. And well, you can't really say it's because of the mercenaries, but maybe because the purple mercenaries are better from Ra. It's what makes the difference in this battle, and well, I'm not so sure it's worth the extra TC. I'm just seeing a really small army from blue, even though he has some nice breeds here. And there's at least some expansion, but at 4 TCs I would expect him to have a whole lot more. I just hope he hasn't overdeveloped his economy, but seeing it's Spoeft, I wouldn't really think so. And it's probably just because of those extra strong mercenaries from the Ra here. But at the same time, Titan is almost dead from all this army, but the water is a real bother for Fox. This means that he can't take the extra TC from Aurelian, and at the same time his front third is taken by Spoeft, so he is forced to fight at 2 TCs, which is pretty bad for him. And he needs to do something about this water, and he already is, yeah. He's building here at the back. Unfortunately for him, he was found out by green, but still those 3 docks with extra towers, they should be able to dish out enough damage through the hammer ships that are cropping in. Yep, this will be a massacre pretty soon. Blue priests coming into attack here on the right, because he basically needs to kill them. They are right now pretty useless. And Blue Titan Gate is coming in his base, since yeah, nobody has any useful spell to get there. Should be kinda safe for him, especially considering his ISIS, so no god power can go there, even something like Shifting Sands with some catapults. And Geluda is applying some nice tower spam to actually get closer to this TC and get in range with his catapults. But mercenaries catapults for blue against that, and definitely hope to improve the chances of their team. At the left, Killer Boy though is, yeah, he is losing. He is losing his side. You can see those fanatics are going very well. And once this TC is down and Killer Boy is not able to reclaim it, it will be even faster demise of the red DoD guy. And right now he's signaling that he needs help, and I definitely agree. Even though he is doing a pretty good job on the water, the position is not all that sweet. Very nice use of land base from 9 Racing Cat to make those ships not shoot and then hit the target, and Killer Boy just lost TC. And that's very bad news for him. In the middle, there's still more or less a stalemate, though that's a whole lot of whole lot of catapults, 8 catapults trying to clear the building spam. That's probably not a bad idea. But there's really nothing going on here. Could use killing this TC. Once he does, if he is able to, he would be free of those mercenaries. They would have a longer way to go. And right now it seems to be like Blue is pushing through finally. With all his army, his allies that are nicely upgraded, I think. Yep. Upgraded to the full. And he is aiming to do some damage into his own opponent. He seems to be aiming for Aurelian, and I'm not sure where his army is. It seems like most of his army is at sea, which is kinda curious. And he's not having anything else. And I think he seriously overdid his trade route. You can see, looking at the minimap, there's a whole lot of green dots. And I'm seriously thinking he doesn't need all that many as an ATI, especially at 2 TCs. That's why I think he is ultimately popped, and this allows Yellow to retake the 3rd TC. Yep, those ships are coming in, and this is the end of Aurelian's presence on the water. TC for Fox safe, and he should be pushing into his opponent right now. So the blue elephants decided to go for the TC. Yeah, this is much more important. Green is not really a threat right now. And they are aiming to take down the source of the annoying mercenaries, but Son of Osiris dishing a whole lot of damage. But will it be enough to kill the elephants? Well, there's a whole lot of damage from the Migdol, from the TC. TC is being destroyed, but looking at the allies that are getting killed, it will be very, very close. And it is down, and that's a very important victory for Spoeft right now. If he has enough push right now and mercenary spam to help keep purple of the TC, it could be very important. Right now he has a Titan. I'm kinda thinking that he might go help Killer Boy, who is right now being pummeled pretty hard by Teal, who is, luckily for Red, unable to capture the front TC, which is pretty much the only thing saving him right now, I think. But he is doing very well. Has he upgraded already? At least the 2nd line of upgrades. Still missing the 3rd, but anyway, doing a good job here. And with Titan help, yeah, that is coming that way, he should be able to get through and finally spank 9. Though at the same time, Titan from Kill right now discovering, seeing an opportunity to take back his TC. But once those fire siphons are back in the game, it might be a tad bit difficult. But what I was trying to say, that the Titan from Spoeft might not be as useful, because the one from purple will be coming in soon into the game, and from 9 Racing Cat as well. So that might be kinda interesting in there, if it will turn the tide for red or not. Meanwhile, yellow was trying to wall his green enemy in. Wasn't really successful, as you can see, but still the Migdol here is up, guarding the TC, guarding the gold, and the TC as well, of course. And finally, yellow mercenaries are joining the battle as well. Purple was able to retake the TC, so he has the way to keep yellow at bay, but where is blue going? Ah, he is helping 9 Racing Cat. Killer Boy just saying that Fox should go Titan. I think yes, she should. He should, but this is a pretty sweet help from Blue. Ah, this is what we were expecting from Green. This is his pop, and TC Raiden is coming in. And this is actually a pretty bad threat for Fox, because if he tries to build a Titan, he can pretty much expect this Raiden party to come in, and that will be pretty bad. Yeah, nice wall, if it wasn't for this hole. And where are the Contariuses going? For the buildings, or maybe... Well, it's not really worth going for those 4 Willies. At this stage of the game, it wouldn't really be a bother for his enemy, so where are they going? Are they trying to kill the Killer Boy? At this point it seems so, or... Yeah, they are going for TC. For a moment when they stuck there, I thought they might be interested in killing the trade route, but no, they are not. And they are going for the TC. That is coming down like if it was made from butter, which means Killer Boy at 2, or rather 1, because he wasn't still able to build his front TC, but right now with Fox, or with Spoil's help, he's making life very difficult for 9 Racing Cat, and he is sending his Willies here, probably in the attempt to make them move Sarks and steal the TC, I would think. Or he's using them for brute force. Alright, why not? They are good against siege units. They are good siege units against buildings, so yeah, they can do that. Blue Titan is also helping, but he will be killed by the purple one if they meet in the battle here, which it seems they will. So that means that Kiludai's Titan will remain with, like, I don't know, maybe 20% of life. Killer Boy again asking for gold, because he just ran out, it seems. So, yeah, nothing much more interesting will be going on here. So, where are the Contarios is still going? For another TC raid. But, haha, Mercenaries. Very nice response, and Contarios' raid are just, sorry, aiming to make life difficult for the red. Next Titan Gate is coming in from 9 Racing Cat, because they have a Titan guard in them. And Blue is switching somewhere, or has he just lost army? What is he right now doing? He was probably catching those Contarios is there. Killer Boy at 0. Okay, but soon he should be at 1 and 2. So that's just slight annoyance at this point, I think, but you can see that Fox's TC is also down. And I saw or heard some... yeah, this was from this rock raid. Very nice play here from Giludai. Annoying Fox to no end. As Fox was doing kinda decently, he seemed to be pushing through here, at least a bit against green and purple. But this definitely set him back a bit. Well, a bit. Right now Fox is at just 1 TC, but they will be rebuilt very nicely. But the raiding from purple is pretty sweet. And he is changing scenery right now, but the rock is almost dead, so he should be careful. Contariasis though are still in, and you can see that this is very difficult for dots because their trade route is being killed, and that could become very difficult for Spoeft. Yeah, there's nowhere to trade with, no one to trade with. Heel is really doing a pretty good job here, pushing through Killer Boy, who is at 0 TC still, and not really having any luck rebuilding at least one. And once Titan Gate from 9 Racing Cat is up, well, I'm not sure what Red can do against that. Pretty sweet play here from Contariosis, from Green Contariosis. Huge battle brewing in here. Fox finally researched Titan Gate. And he is on in the water. That's one thing that's good. Killer Boy's Willy's here. Not sure what they're waiting for. Maybe they want to be transformed into Ulfsark and make some back base. Killer Boy saying that he definitely needs help from Spoeft, and yes, I have to agree. Spoeft is right now engaged in the middle, trying to race. Nice 9 racing cat. And you can see that Killer Boy just saying that he did ask for help. Spoeft maybe saying that he didn't, but yes, you could have seen Killer Boy was messaging the whole game that he is being very nastily attacked and that he needs help. Spoeft at this point though is having good success against 9 Racing Cat, who is at 2 TCs. Contariuses are still here, but their numbers are dwindling. Oh, that should be resolved from Spoeft soon. But is there maybe some other army of Contariuses being built? Oh, yeah. Here is another squadron coming in pretty soon. Titan almost up. This position is right now okay for Teal, so if he wants, he can retake the TC. Killer Boy, well, once he builds this, okay, he won't. Army coming in at the worst time for him, just when he hoped he might be building the TC. Well, no. And Titan is another bad news for him, because Foxy's Titan won't be in there to help him anytime soon. This should rather mean another deletion of extra buildings and TCs from Red. He's having a very tough game against Nyan here. And you can see another batch of Constarius is coming in, and right now, are they going for Killer Boy again? This will probably be the smart play, because he is really badly off. But right now it seems they're aiming for the Eggy, and I'm actually not sure if he isn't going for a Titan Gate. It's still 70%, and I think he should make it in time. It will be very tight, but he should be making it time. Before he gets there, let's check the red blob. Yeah, these 3 villies changed into Ulfsarks, and back base is being built. Maybe it will be soon discovered by Aurelian, but probably not soon enough. And here Fox is doing a very good job against Kirudai. Kirudai, these are just walls, and yeah, just in time. And will the mercenaries save this? The problem for green is that not all Contariuses can get to the Titan Gate, because yellow has so many villies there that they can all get there, and you can see that the life is not really getting down fast enough. So yeah, that was a nice attempt at the raid, but he definitely recognized and it's not gonna happen. So Titan safe, and they will at least try to take down the TC. But with the mercenaries, it might cost green the whole army, and it most probably will. The TC has a whole lot of life, 4300. And they will maybe kill the... yeah, they will kill the TC, but at the same time, the whole batch is pretty much gone. Killer Boy, nice. Towering the raid from green. So that's going to be a bad news from this. Well, this is more or less right now going for a purple, but that should change as soon as the Titan is there. But at the same time, Killer Boy is still alone, more or less alone on Teal, who is right now having a Titan on top of that. But those 5 giants are pretty good, and you can see the Titan is not having a whole lot of life. He was pummeled there by someone, probably all those 5 giants, and having a hard time actually surviving. And those catapults from Killer Boy or Spoeft are doing decent damage. They are keeping 9 at 2 TCs, giving Killer Boy at least some fighting chance. And right now he is fine. It seems like it's not enough from Spoeft's help, from Spoeft's help, but it really is. Keeping 9 at just 2 TCs is all that Killer Boy right now needs to keep afloat. Killer Boy just switching sceneries once again, trying to build some temples at the back, probably with the aim of building fire giants, I would think. Oh well, that's a lot of Contariuses, but a lot of dead Contariuses as well. Yeah, those granulations are really nasty against any raiding cavalry. And Ulf's arcs are definitely helping. And right now this is a pretty sweet play, because right now Killer Boy is engaging all of our Alliance army, and he doesn't have time to raid the opponents. So this allows Yellow to make the game more or less even, but even. Well, thanks to the Titan, he's 20 pop less, so he is having trouble against all those mercenaries from Purple and the extra armies. And the Titan better do his job as soon as he can. A lot of siege here though. There's going to be a lot of damage, and Titan will be coming down very soon. Those 7 catapults, and if those siphons would actually help him as well, would make kinda quick job of this Titan. You can see on the south arrives. That's a whole lot of life gone from the Titan. Anyway, you should be able to put Aurelian at 0 TCs pretty soon. This is a Teal Titan, not really doing anything worthwhile. Yeah, just having fun with some elephants, throwing them around. And well, that's one extra help for Killer Boy actually at this point. Because that means that Aurelian is basically at 1 less DC, because he doesn't need to worry about those 20 pop in the Titan. Extra allies here, and what are they going to do? I don't know, they have just some military parade it seems. And the 9 Racy Cat was again trying to do something about the water, but Red is barely there. An extra pop wasted, and well, though Red is not having enough army here, and that's because he is having an army at here, at Green's base, where Green is being kinda killed. Killer Boy is right now switching bases. It's a pretty smart play, because he's not having any luck against Steel, so he's switching his base with Greens, which is not a bad idea, because Green is not really an opponent right now. And this is pretty much safe, unless some kind of catapults come his way. But they are interested in the Titan, who is now at half health. Okay, that's straight gone for Green. Bit of Teal raiding along here in the middle. Titan still doing absolutely nothing. And Yellow employing some brutal tower spam and Migdal spam as well. Because their trade route is safe, it means those double Aggies, I would expect them to push through sooner or later. Simply because of their brute force and the extra mercenaries. And you can see that Yellow is definitely making use of his Titan as he can. But those catapults, 11 of them, are pretty dangerous. And once they get into the rock, it could be very nice TC drop. Oh, this is kinda stallish. Titan finally decided that he wants to go into Killer Boy's base. But he is met with a bunch of heroes, so that's not really a good spot for him. Right now, Killer Boy is kinda getting into the game, it seems. Extra TC at 3. Oh, I hope nobody dropped.
Yes.
Please. Please, 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 start again. Kiryuda is here, but yeah, here we go. Well, no, I can't speak. They wouldn't be seeing my messages, unfortunately. Everyone is here. Killer Boy just signaling what his teammates should do. And, well, this is a sweet spot here for Killer Boy. Right now he's getting into the game finally. And, yeah, he's doing a whole lot of damage here in the base, combined with the Titan. If he was actually able to capture this TC as well, and delete the Green altogether from the game, it could make life a whole lot easier for him and his team. Titan is almost dead, well, still having quarter of the life. And I'm not sure who else is having a Titan. I think the only one is Red and Green. Yeah, those are the Titans that weren't coming up. Right now, just as I see it, Killer Boy is in and he'll be preparing to build one. I think he will choose a spot that is safe, like a spoiled space. Would be probably the best, but it's not like he has a whole lot of army to spare, so it'll maybe take some time to actually kill this. You can see that yellow is getting through finally into purple, so that's sweet play right there. Now he's looking for red, some building spam, and having his hands full with green, even though he's at 3 TCs and Aurelian is just 0. But a bit of tower spam and building spam and a lot of catapults still here, which means Titan is gone. And once that is gone, I think they will turn on this guy. Oh, but this amount of Ulfsarks will kill those guys if Teal is not... he is careful. He is very careful and they need to be. Because this will be a very nasty drop of catapults on these, I think. Aurelian has resigned though, I'm not exactly sure why. Because Teal is doing a decidedly good job on the left, killing Killer Boy. Stealing his TC, getting on 4. But this push from yellow is really strong and they think that this TC is lost, which means another TC down. And yeah, that would have been very difficult to get away from. Well, this was one hell of a game. One hell of a game. Very nicely played from everyone. And it took a whole lot of effort. So, let's look at the insane boss game of this 50-minute game. Kirudai as MVP. I agree. He was definitely doing a whole lot of damage there. He was holding 3 versus 4 against Poet very nicely. At the same time, basically holding Fox as well. So 3 against 7, more or less, or 6. And that takes some effort. So good job. You can see why he's winning military score there. Spoev though, best echo, as you would expect. He was booming as a pocket without any problem. Civilian units high. Resources distributed. 40k. Yes, Poev definitely was sending a whole lot to his teammates. So yeah, that's the TC boom at its fullest. 72,000 gold front rate, 116 gold at total. Nice, nice. And military Kirudai 680, pretty much the same as Poeft. Aurelian the most units, least units lost. You can see Kirudai and Poeft pretty much the same military count and units lost. Improvements, research count nice, except for 9, he was a bit lagging there it seems, even though in military he had a pretty good one. Mercenary cavalry, best unit for Spoeft, mercenary for Kiludai. And well, at least a bit of timeline. And 2-1 for DoDs.